Today I want to tell you what a Kundalini session really is and why I actually recommend doing it online more than offline. Let me explain everything. I often hear questions like, how does the session go? What is it exactly? How can this energy even work? And sometimes people say, I only trust offline session. Well, let me tell you this. It's a facilitator only invites you to work offline and completely denies that this can happen online, then that's not a true master, because energy is not material. I don't need to physical touch you for you to feel something. I can send energy to someone even 5,000 kilometers away from me. People send me photos and I read them, I see them, I know what's going on with them because I can see the energy field. In the subtle world, it doesn't work like in the material world, where you have to go to somewhere to see someone. In this realm, you simply make a request and boom, it shows itself to you. Imagine it's like in Harry Potter. No, there is specific techniques. I wouldn't call it magic, but there are really methods that helps develops these abilities. I also wouldn't call it typical science, but it's more like alchemy, let's say. Now I want to tell you why the online session is actually more enjoyable. Because you're lying in your own bed, on your own favorite couch. Your body is already relaxed, and that's the most important part of any energy session. Your body needs to be relaxed. Otherwise, like what happens sometimes during offline sessions, I might spend an extra 40 minutes just helping someone to relax. Imagine you come to a space that's unfamiliar. You lie down on a couch you don't know, or even on the floor, or in a studio. It's uncomfortable. Unfamiliar smells. Your body is already tensed. Your sympathetic nervous system is activated. And for people who overthinking, who analyzing constantly, who live in their minds and not their feelings, they are often totally disconnected from their sensations. Anxious types in a new space, especially under bright studio lights, the thoughts go wild, like a mental explosion, and it's hard to even begin the session. Not hard for me, harder for you, because in that state you receive much less energy, and I want you to get the most out of the session. Let me explain why online is actually amazing. When you are at home, your body is already in a calm, familiar environment. You lie down, I send you a music track to play, I see you through Zoom. You close your eyes and I begin. I channel energy with my hands, scanning your field. Then the session begins. A technique that aligns your spine and wraps your body in the warm vibrations. We find pain points and clear them. Some people see geometric patterns. Some have visions from past lives. Some feel physical tingling or vibrations. Others even feels like raising their arms and dancing. It all depends on you. It all depends on your sensitivity, how open and connected you are. The first session might feel completely different from the second or third. The most developed your ability to receive, the most you'll experience. People come with all kinds of intentions, there is always something. Because Kundalini session is powerful, it works on so many levels. I'm not some guru on a pedestal, I have a regular life too, I work, I have responsibilities, but whenever I face something in my own life, I use this tool. And since I started working with Kundalini energy, I've seen incredible changes in my material life too. So yes, I like to test things. I'm also a head person, always thinking, analyzing, but it was important for me to find something that truly works, something that helps people in a deep, real way. as quickly and effectively as possible, right? And without any dark magic, no weird rituals, everything clean, powerful, and energetically pure. Something that truly fills people with love and awareness. It's just such a beautiful process. After Kundalini session, everything somehow clicks into place. It's hard to explain. You feel like, wow, I've known this whole my life. How did I even forget? Wow, this is me, the real me. How amazing I am. Wow. It's like a way of remembering, a deep inner knowing returning to you. You begin to remember yourself. Sometimes the session brings visions in metaphors, showing you exactly what's happening in your life right now, but in a symbolic, beautiful way. The metaphors are so vivid, so meaningful, and people find their way out of difficult situations. They discover the right thoughts, the right direction, the one that leads them out of a very heavy moments. Some are going through a divorce, others are starting a new job, someone else is struggling in a business, and Kundalini always guides you toward the right path, the one where things begin to resolve. It's such a beautiful process. People cry, people laugh, and once the clearing has happened, if the person is sensitive and open to energy, they might laugh, cry, or even feel waves of orgasm moving through their body. It's like a full body orgasm in every cell. That's what activated Kundalini feels like. It's such a bliss. People often laugh and joke about spiritual folks. Oh, wow, tree, oh, wow, the sun. But the truth is, when you reach that heightened level of perception, you really feel joy in every cell of your body, from the simplest things. Wow, I'm just in love with everything. Everything amazes you. It's like a permanent state of happiness. And it truly is permanent. Isn't that what we are all striving for? Isn't that the truth? If we are all searching for the truth, what is the most real than fully living each moment? It's such a relief to let go out of control, to understand that you simply can't control everything in life. That's one of the biggest illusions. Competition doesn't exist either, only with yourself. And the relationship with yourself is the most important one. Self-love and gentle care for yourself, not from ego, but from that inner knowing that you are love. You radiate love, you give love, and everything around you becomes love. And from there, it's like a magic. Life unfolds beautifully. All you need to do is give the energy direction, and that love will guide you down incredible paths. A beautiful life, surrounded by joyful people. I am not exaggerating. Kundalini changes lives. Kundalini changes people. Some people compare it to the activation of the pineal gland, the same gland that's said to open with intake of molecules like DMT, LSD, or acid. This gland reveals things we don't normally perceive in daily life. During a Kundalini session, that same kind of opening can happen. Some people say that sensations are very similar to those they experience on psychedelics. But here is the key. You don't need to take drugs to expand your consciousness. Kundalini already expands it deeply and powerfully, and it does so in a safe, gentle, and controlled way that's also healthy for your body. You can learn to work with this energy. Some people come and feel nothing at first. Sometimes emotions like anger or frustration rise. This is a part of the cleansing. What's important is to understand that you are in a safe space. And again, to relax and trust the facilitator. Because when we touch on something sensitive, an emotional wound, for example, you might feel like crying or even get angry, and that's okay. They are just feelings. They move in a way through the body until they're released. When the wave completes, the sensations fades. You clearing emotional blocks, limiting beliefs, even deep-rooted patterns like chronic anger. And often you actually see the reason why that emotion was there. That alone can bring massive healing and awareness. I always recommend write it all down afterward. People often tell me after session, we just couldn't stop talking. The insights continue to unfold for several days after. It's like your system is structuring everything that came through. During the session itself, you might feel like you are in a half-dream state. It's not linear or logical. You might see flashes of images, symbols, even scenes, and days later you realize, aha, that's why I saw that at the moment. Everything begins to make sense, and then you start seeing changes in your life. That's why I recommend doing several sessions. I've been thinking about offering it as a package because the process deepens beautifully over time. The real magic of this unfolds over several sessions. I went through so many sessions myself during my own training. Practicing on myself was always number one. By the way, I recently started taking students into my training program. Some people began asking me to teach them, and I decided to open it up. We are going to learn together. And let me tell you this. In my training, you'll get not just theory, we'll have at least 12 Kundalini activations, so you can deeply connect with yourself first. It'll be a 4-month journey, and your first clients will be supported and guided directly by me. I work in English, Russian, and Ukrainian, whatever you're most comfortable with. What else can I tell you? If you have any questions, message me. I work in English language, Ukrainian and Russian language, whatever you're most comfortable with. What else can I tell you? If you have any questions, message me. Thank you for watching this video. I truly shared from the heart. I deeply, genuinely want people to feel happier. That's why I started doing this in the first place. It actually hurts me to see someone in pain. It hurts when I see people acting out of a trauma. I see it. I've seen it since childhood. I have the gift of vision. And I've always had just one dream: to use this gift to help people become happier, to help them smile more, to help them see me and the world in a softer, more loving way. Honestly, I want this world to be better. Not just a little better, so much better. Because let's be real, a lot of what's happening is painful. A lot of it's unfair. Many of the situations we see come from people unhealed wounds. If only politicians were happier people, I truly believe our world would be a different place. I honestly believe they should have to go through a psychological check before taking office. Same teachers. To be a teacher, you should know how to guide and love people. It doesn't matter what your job is, cleaning houses, delivering food. What matters is that it brings you joy. And I promise you, if you start feeling joy, even from the smallest little details, the universe will lift you to a whole new level fast if you truly want that. It breaks my heart to see people destroy others and the world because of their own trauma. That's why I choose the path of healing. I went deep. I started with psychology, but honestly, it didn't satisfy me. There are people like me who need something more. So I went further and I learned so much from so many different teachers, and I developed a method, this technique that I believe is one of the powerful tools out there right now. And I want to share it with the world. I want to see more healthy, beautiful, conscious and talented humans in this world. Thank you for being there, and come meet yourself in a session.